A lot of people's suspicions have been proven right as MC has moved through in first place here, but there's still more matches to come. Let's take a look now at the bracket and see how things have unfolded thus far and see what's to come.
Well, as many people wanted to see, and they have seen now, MC first place in today's group. He fights off the 3 contenders having gone through Golden and then Happy to see his advancement into the round of 16 once again. He will be coming live to the studios in Cologne. And now it's time for the bottom 3 to fight between themselves for a second place position.
Yeah. As always, though, in the round of 16, you can see all of these players, and you can actually buy tickets to come and see these players, like MC, for example, who just advanced forwards. And all you have to do is go over to wcseurope.eventbrite.com and secure your tickets for our round of 16 shows.
Maybe you can get a high five from MC. Of course, he's now here, along with a lot of other players that have advanced through from the round of 32 and above. Don't miss out.
And don't forget, after today's broadcast, like an hour or two after, WCS America over there is going to be going live as well. We have Tasia, Neeb, Czech, and Top. And I'm actually looking forward to this group. I am a big, big fan of Czech.
It's time for Tasia to get his 9th title, baby. He's got 8 behind him already. Tonight could be his 9th or his way towards a 9th. So definitely check out WCS America. And of course, our next group is on Thursday this week when MMA returns to the stage.
I'm very excited about that as well. A lot of TVTs for sure in there, and LiveZerg trying to prove himself worthy in that 4th spot. But for now, guys, we're going to get into the 4th series of the night. This one determines who is eliminated, unfortunately, in last place and falls down to challenger.
That's right. TLO, fighting for Germany, fighting for Europe, the much more established player within the Premier League, goes up against Golden, who makes his debut here, who also lives in Germany, playing for Team Alien Invasion. This is going to be a very difficult game for both, but we'll see which player can go through to fight against Happy for that chance of the round of 16.
All right, let's get into it. Game number 1 now on Frost. We haven't seen it today, but here we are for the first time in Group F as we have our 2 players good to go in ZVZ. And we have, spawning up to the top left-hand corner, our red Zerg. Representing Team Liquid, it's the little one. And down to the bottom left-hand corner, we have our blue Zerg. Representing Alien Invasion, it is Golden.
All right, let's see if the Golden Boy today can work his way around TLO. It's going to be difficult, but Golden can start to turn heads in the Premier League, and he can start to advance through potentially on the same pathway that First is. Not quite exactly the same, but First, a player debuting into Premier League so far this season, has shot straight into the round of 16. Maybe Golden can follow his tracks. Maybe we'll have more Korean presence in the round of 16, or will TLO be eliminated? Will TLO be eliminated in the round of 32 again, as he has been before this? He needs a victory here, and he needs it for his global finals run.
And you know, it's entirely possible in terms of what's going on right now, as Golden ZVZ is pretty good. His ZVZ is pretty strong. So, not so much in WCS. In WCS, it hasn't been, you know, like up there.
Yeah.
But across the board, it's been okay in Heart of the Swarm so far.
Likewise as TLOs, though, as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they are both good in this matchup. But I think this is maybe the first Zerg versus Zerg we've casted in the Premier League, I think. We've casted another one.
I'm trying to think.
I don't think so.
We just don't have enough Zergs, so I guess that might be one of the cases.
We don't have enough Terrans either. There seems to be a lot of Protoss. Spawn and pull hatchery from both players here, first of all, which is, you know, a little bit conservative. It's not super heavy economy focused, but just an all-round build. Neither of them taking gas yet, and this is one of the big things I've been following recently, is I don't think TLO is a player to not play gas. I think he's more of a gas-type player. But Golden definitely could be the one to not take it, but both of them do take it at the same time. So they are both going up towards Zergling speed, both going up towards, you know, Baneling Nest. It would be weird if it was cut out. And then from there on else, not too sure what to expect. Roach play very, very common. And TLO's not the biggest fan of Mutilus play either. He's actually built a lot of strategies around defeating Mutilus with, Nidus Queens and lots of spores.
Yeah, that's the TLO we've seen in the past, that's for sure. And Golden likewise, though. I mean, despite him having an okay record in this matchup, I haven't really seen a huge amount of his ZVZ. I haven't seen a huge amount of Golden in general as of late, because he's been quite quiet over in Duisburg, over in the Alien Invasion house. And this is really his time to shine, as it were.
Yeah, there's really not too much left in Golden StarCraft 2 crew. He's already retired once, and he is going to again very soon. And he retired once because he thought he had to join the military. Nice block here by Golden, preventing TLO from getting in. Really, really nice block there, because the first 2 Zerglings of any player in this matchup must find out about the gas. Like Golden must attempt himself on the other side. He's going to go around the long way to hopefully get in there. This is a big scout if you can get this. It tells so much about what's going on in this game.
Nope. And it does slip in.
Whoa. So it's Golden with the upper hand here. Can click, can see Zergling speed on the way. And TLO left in the dark. And the reason why this... Oh, actually, I say that, but he's got a Ling in.
Did he?
I looked over in TLO's base, and if you look in his vision, he's seen the gas.
You what, mate? How did he find that?
Yep, he got in there. So I was going to say that being left in the dark is a bit annoying, because you really don't know to be defensive or aggressive, because you don't know what you're playing against. In this regard, though, TLO has spotted his opponent also getting gas, so he's decided to throw down the Baleen Nest. Golden, not yet. And he's only just now going back into gas. So what you'll see is a higher drone count coming in for Golden.
And he sees the Baleen Nest as well, which is always nice. Definitely
got to start thinking about getting the Spine and Baleen Nest down of his own, otherwise he could lose this game. But he does currently, or just did, have a better drone count because he did focus heavier on minerals.
10 Lings now in production as well as that Spine. So
no Baleen Nest from him.
Ooh.
Is it 50 gas and then it's coming down?
Leia gets added on for TLO pretty quickly with the gas being added. And third base, so this is like...
Yeah, and Golden saw the drone. So he's got a lot of Lings coming out aggressively.
Yeah.
TLO cancelled the Baneling Nest and just threw down Roach Warren and Evolution Chamber.
All right, bit tricky.
But how does he now stop all these Lings?
I was going to say it might backfire.
Yeah. TLO's going to be pushed to 2 bases.
There's no way you can stop those
He's going to be pushed to 2 bases here. He has to cancel. He has to make a wall. Can continue to drone behind this. He'll get the Lings and Spine behind the wall.
But it gives Golden
the opportunity to take a third.
Yeah, exactly. This is great for him. So ultimately, Golden seizes the upper hand.
Yeah.
And now he has all these Lings on the field that are going to control it for a long time.
Yeah.
TLO's a bit stuck.
Yeah, he is a bit stuck. But TLO does have faster layer, which means roach speed and +1 attack are now starting, which means he has a better potential attack to hit into this third. Golden has a better potential economy because of the third and production because of the third, but not quite so much the power punch that TLO is going to have very, very shortly. If he continues to add on roaches and moves out with roach speed and +1, he could potentially cancel that third, nullify that third and expand to a third of his own again.
He could. And we'll see if this plays out. I mean, the layer's about to start now for Golden, or at least kick into action, as he's getting himself roaches himself. So the one disadvantage we're going to see from Golden here is that he's not going to have roach speed, which can hurt quite a bit if TLO wants to press the issue. But I don't think he's going to be able to do a huge amount just yet.
He's going to wait till roach speed and +1 attack near completion, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of roaches. A lot of roaches.
I'm a little bit worried for Golden. I mean, it's nice to have this third up, and it will help out with production of units. And he is not over-droning at this point. Well, actually, he is droning up quite a bit now. But likewise is TLO, so it's not the scariest thing in the world.
And the Lings are always there for the counter-attack onto the third. So it's like you put your opponent in a very uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, this is a big move, actually. This is a big move.
Yeah.
TLO moves out, Golden moves in.
Uh-oh.
That's a nice move. I actually really like this from Golden.
There's a few reinforcing roaches to try and help out, but he could get the cancellation again.
Yeah, I mean, this is nice.
Sick. All right, now all he has to do is defend against the roaches, and he will be fine. How many roaches does he have? 7 against 14. He has to evacuate from the third to begin with.
You don't really want to lose the third, though.
Exactly. He's bringing the Lings back as well. He could push this away with Lings and roaches. He could push this away.
Up for TLO now.
The roaches enter the fray.
If Golden defends this third, he gets a big lead in this game through that nice counter-attack.
His army is just superior, really. I mean, with the standing army in this location right now is superior, so I don't think TLO can really do too much here. And he was supply blocked during this, so he couldn't add on any more units.
+2 attack and carapace, a lead for TLO. But he is behind in, or will be behind in the economy from this point onwards, because 4 drones have been added to Golden to this third. He has the option to take the gases on the third, which gives him the option to go up to Hydralisks.
Ouch. This is becoming a big issue.
All right. What TLO is going to try is to reestablish the third, obviously. Borrow roaches in multiple locations. Could work, because there's currently no detection of overseers.
But
no spores or overseers.
But if this overseer sees the change in the roaches, if he sees the tunneling claws...
Yep, he has to start to prepare.
Yeah, because he's right above it, so he should be able to notice. Those roaches burrowed a little too quickly there.
But overall, Golden's given a good game to the European here.
Sees the spikes.
As much as everyone wants to see TLO do well this season, he's really, really got to step it up, because Golden is in prime position. But there we do see the movement out for TLO now. Borrowed roaches in multiple locations. Overseas are being built.
Yeah, he knows that what's up, and he's bringing all of his army back as well. I don't think he's going to take a huge amount of damage to this.
TLO's also not going to take his third properly. He's actually building more and more roaches, and he does have the 2 upgrade lead, right? +2 attack and +1 armor, or at least soon to have +2 attack.
It's going to get cleaned up, though. He hasn't lost too many workers just yet. He's losing some in the main base, which is a bit annoying. The rest are going to dart on out of there.
Yeah, TLO sees that he was doing a lot of damage in the main and now does drone towards that third.
Yeah, you got to capitalize on this. And this is going to be the way here for TLO. I mean, it's 62 workers to 54, so at least he can try and go into the later stages with an economical advantage. But right now, Golden has a massive, massive army.
Yeah, and you got to ask yourself, do the upgrades that TLO have at 2-1 to 1-0?
Do they outweigh it?
Do they outweigh the numbers? Because right now, the numbers are big. Bailing, Nessun Bailing speed is on the way, so we could see Bailings added in if we were to see...
Here he comes. Oh, no, he gets pulled back because of Roaches buying time. Oh. Okay, so Roaches buying time is absolutely pivotal, but these 5 overlords really did finish.
Quite a few times in this game, actually, TLO has.
Yeah. And that's becoming a big, big annoyance. How many Roaches do we have? 38 to 52. With the upgrade advantage with the concave and spine, maybe? Golden. How is this going to play out?
Well, TLO is only adding on roaches because he realizes that he needs to max out fast. Golden doesn't want to just go in at the moment. He knows that TLO is waiting for an attack. But now he's cleaned up all the roaches. He's going to go through here. Maybe morph a bunch of Banelings here and just try to bust through. I mean, it makes sense with what he's been trying to do with the Bailing Nest and Bailing speed. There we go. He's going to try and bust through. So, simply, if TLO holds this, he's going to have 2-2 upgrades versus just 2-0 and a good economy and good production. If he doesn't hold this, then Golden's going to break that third again and probably just win the game.
22 Banelings now in the fray here as they're going to try and roll in from the side. Actually go in from the back. Oh, actually they catch a load of those roaches in a great spot. Also trying to chase this away. Burrows some of these roaches down. But with those, the numbers now vastly in favor of Golden. He lured those roaches out into the open and he took full advantage of it. Golden, what a beautiful engagement. GG. Nice.
Very, very good fight from Golden, and as we mentioned, he is a major threat in today's group. And overall, out of all the round of 32, out of all the 32 players we have, him being one of the lowest seeds, of course, in his group, is also one of the strongest players to be seeded last in the group. And he's shown it. That was a good game. That was very nice from him.
Yeah. Aside from what we saw from Harstem in the previous group, where he was able to propel himself into first place as the 4th seed, Golden is by far the strongest guy in that position. He is a force to be reckoned with, and as 4th seeds go, very scary. And now TLO is on the ropes.
TLO is just now 1 map away from being eliminated in the round of 32, and his hopes for the global finals would rely on all external WCS tournaments, all the DreamHacks, all the Intel Extreme Masters. He'd need to do well there, and he would have to absolutely kill Season 3 if eliminated here. Otherwise, he's not going to the global finals. He kind of needs to hit this next one. Otherwise, it is going to be Golden advancing through, which I think Happy would probably be satisfied with. I mean, I guess he's satisfied with any of them.
It's going to be a Zerg regardless.
Yeah, and he played well against TLO.
Yeah, you're right about that, though. I mean, if he doesn't hit the points here in WCS, this is the biggest point earner. This is the biggest point-earning tournaments. There is Home Story coming up soon, and then there is the DreamHack coming up soon as well. Those are the 2 next WCS external events that are coming along, which I'm under the impression TLO would be at both of. Not 100% sure on that yet, of course, as we don't know the full lineups of these tournaments, but now is do or die for TLO. Game number 2 now loads up on King Sage on station as we find out if it can keep his hopes alive here in the losers match. Spawning up to the top left-hand corner, currently 1 game up as our blue Zerg. It is Alien Invasion's Golden. And down to the bottom right, we have our red Zerg representing Team Liquid. It is TLO.
Now or never.
Yes. Can he do
Golden
it?
has everything at his disposal to win this game. Everything. Just you win this, you through, you play happy, you're advancing with MC, and we have a Korean-heavy group. Again, twice. We saw Stardust in first, previous. We would see MC and Golden if that was to be the case here. TLO needs to fight back. Likewise would happy in the decider. Now let's focus on this one then. So, no early spawning pool. Oopsie daisy, a little mistake there. No early spawning pool, but no straight hatchery up first yet either. As Jim himself gets the whiskey out to watch this one.
That was a well-timed guitar.
Yep. That's exactly what he's doing right now in that bar, getting the bottle of whiskey out to enjoy this one. This is it's pretty tense here between these two. TLO actually has a very good record against Zergs in WCS. 16-8. 16 wins and 8 losses is actually very strong.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But, you know, I mean, as much as Golden is fresh and has weak stats, he just showed a good game. And that was a beautiful engagement.
Yeah.
The Banelings rolling in at the right side, the right pace, the right time. And the Roaches just slaughtered. I
mean, the Banelings aren't really supposed to do that to Roaches.
Yeah.
But because of the positioning, that's how the cookie crumbles. And, you know, to what you were saying about Golden and his stats, we haven't really seen much of him in tournaments. And when we have seen him, he's gone up against, like, really fierce opponents. So his stats, unfortunately for him, don't really work in his favor. But he's so good when you put him in these situations where he's had to prepare for just three other players.
Just by TLO means he can be the more aggressive player faster, can mean he can tech up faster here and just has a few more options. Golden would naturally just take a few more mineral advantage, whether it be a couple more drones here and there. But TLO is going to be in the position to try to do something early on. We do see Golden with the first 2 lings. TLO, none yet. Does TLO already have a clear plan on what he's about to attempt without any scouting information? That would be the thing that screams out to me. Immediately Zergling speed down. Still 3 in gas. Are we just going to see a Baling Nest come in straight away? And is he just going to go for it here? Or is Golden playing a little bit more reactionary on what TLO's to do? This is a big ramp. It is more difficult to defend, for sure, against aggression. TLO approaching that 50 gas mark. Ling's already being made, or at least 1 set.
Still mining
Nest.
Away. Could be.
It's not straight on 50. It's not the fastest. Seems he has the money for it.
Lings are going to want to spot this.
Might be teching up here.
Will TLO be able to pull a sick hole, block again? He's put his Lings on the ramp.
Nest. It's at the back.
All right.
Well, I guess it didn't need to be rushed down if you want to kind of combine it with Zergling speed, but it is important to stop the scout.
With the Lings positioned on the ramp.
1.
Doesn't block.
Queen's got a lot of work to do. And he's going to try and come around.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Picks up the scout anyway. That's good for Golden, but TLO's 12 Lings are already on the way. Doesn't scout the Lings coming out here, but he does know that TLO has aggression planned.
He just added another drone as well during all of that.
Well, remember TLO last time this happened, he teched up straight away.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if Golden is trying to play in tendencies, then he's about to get surprised. Now he sees it for the first time. Lings are on the way. There is no Baneling Nest for Golden.
He's got a spine, 2 queens. These 3 in tandem are going to have to focus down Banelings very, very efficiently. He's trying to make a wall as well.
And we'll see how well this can work here.
Oh, actually, this is a really nice wall by Golden so far. Considering he had very, very little to work with, the spine's going to go to work, as are the queens.
Yeah. TLO behind this is droning and also adding on the evolution chamber. Could be for +1, could be for Carapace. Carapace quite, or more common, should I say. But here comes the attack, and it's going to get pushed back.
Wall off. Full wall off there. Those Lings snuck past during all of that.
+1 attack is nice. Definitely interested to see if he's going to work around a potential timing hero. Maybe not necessarily +1, but more so +2.
Ling's going to have to run back as well. I think this Overlord actually saw the drone, but he realized he would always try and make a extractor with that and wouldn't get it on the third base.
TLO looking for some traps with these Banelings.
That's a lot of Lings we're seeing here from Golden. It's 26 to 14 at the moment.
I think TLO has enough with Banelings, though.
Yeah.
It was a lot made because Golden was expecting a big attack. And TLO did get away with a bit of a higher economy.
That's a sad Baneling right there.
Yeah.
Poor little fella. All right. The extra Zergling's going to try and run in and get the cancel.
TLO's going to try and defend with a couple of Banelings at home while actually trying to go for the counter on his opponent's third.
Block, 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 block.
Oh, nice block. And now the Banelings.
Ooh, trying to run in, get a few of those Zerglings. And another Baneling trapping these guys in. Going to run around through the mineral lines.
Oh, nice. Nice movement there by Golden. But TLO did get the cancel on the third.
Yeah, during all that, that was not too bad. He gets himself a queen, that'll be all right. And all the drones are going to transfer away from the main. In fact, going for the combat during this. Be careful, be careful.
Ling's coming back here.
He got himself a few kills there, 4 workers. That's all right.
Yeah.
And he's actually going to start working on the hatchery. I don't think that's going to work out in the end. But still. Now just going to try and escape from here. +1 weapons is about to finish here for TLO.
But he lost a lot of mining time on that natural.
Yes, he did.
Oh, or in his main, sorry. Looks like he'll finally clean this up, but did lose a lot of income throughout that.
And these Lings aren't going to get out anytime soon. Oh, TLO trying to self-detonate one of those Banelings in the end did not work out. All
right, so from this position on, we have TLO with this +1 attack going to finish. He's nowhere near ready for a fight now, so it looks like he can push straight into +2. But look at his gas. He hasn't got enough for +2. So that means that obviously Golden's going to start to catch up with his upgrade here.
Yeah, he didn't even have enough really to make a huge amount of roaches up until just now. I mean, it's now on the way. That's where all the gas did get sank. But Golden's trying to establish himself across this with some very vicious creep spread towards his third base to get a good defensive setup.
All right, TLO supply blocked here at 86. Waiting for these up to pop. +2 attack does start for him now, and he is droning up a little bit further. But we do have Golden still building a couple of roaches. It is a bit of tug-of-war game at the moment between drones and army supply, so you just got to see your edges and nudges in front. Currently, they are very similar, if not identical.
15 to 10 roaches in the end, but there's going to be way more out as soon as he gets over there for TLO. So
yeah, TLO has an Overlord on his opponent's third, which sees the third not mining, which means he's building a few more roaches there as he just moves it forward a little bit more. And that's a very important part of scouting in Zerg vs. Zerg, looking at your opponent's mineral lines. But does see a big wave of drones going across. So he builds more drones himself, as you can see, 9 in the production.
A lot more over to that third base.
Nest coming in again for Golden. Going to start to get those Banelings rolling.
Infestation pit for TLO.
Yeah, so if he's able to get up towards Infestors, lands the right fungals, that kind of stops the way that Golden's playing.
Yeah, especially against those Banelings. Especially against that. It can be very difficult to really do anything with them.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's got 2 infestation pits coming in. Not sure at all. Very similar in economy again. 60 to 62. A lot of roaches by both. Currently, it is Golden with a few more than TLO. But a lot more about to pop out here.
All right, the infestation pit finishes.
Ooh, 3 Banelings. Where are they morphing for TLO?
Over on the third base, so not really that eventful.
All right, Baneling speed coming in again for Golden, looking to build up that very similar army.
Here come
the infestation pit's going to finish now for TLO, or both of them.
These roaches cannot break this front. They absolutely cannot for Golden.
There's pathogen glands. Similar fight, if we are to see that like we just did, and with the correct fungal growths, it just nullifies the Banelings rolling in, which does give TLO a nice edge. And they are both building up that army now. They've stopped droning. Yeah. They've done the bit of back and forth between army supply and non-army supply. TLO's even adding in a couple of Banelings himself here.
Which is always nice against if his opponent's going to bring them too. TLO, though, in terms of army supply...
He's those infestors. He's supply capped again here at 158.
He keeps running into the 7 overlords at the same time. This isn't exactly what you want to be doing right now. You want to be cranking out these units fast.
The Lings are out. Baneling speed is 25 seconds. That's when the fight will take place. TLO nail-biting right now. Those infestors have to pop.
Yeah, there's 4 of them on the way.
They have to get in the fight, and he needs to land the fungals. There's the 26 Banelings. Again, if he locks down the Banelings, he has a much better fight.
But with the way they're positioned, these infestors are going to get out in time. Before the fight happens, there was like a 30-second window, but it's been missed. These Banelings are not going to get over there.
The infestors should be out in time here. Needs to land the fungals. It's not just about having the infestors, but hitting the right fungals too. There's a couple of Banelings in there to counteract the Banelings of Golden, and here we go. Golden's going to do it.
Right.
Where are the infestors?
All right, doesn't see the infestors at the back. Now he sees them. They walk forwards, tries to catch some of the roaches on the right-hand side. Golden knows now that he has to spread some of these Banelings if he wants to go in for this, and he does actually really quite well. Catches some of those infestors at the front, but with the fungals and the roaches of TLO plus reinforcements, he's going to overpower that position.
Looks like he overpowered it.
Ooh. Gotta be careful, though. Still, roaches very close in terms of numbers. There's 12 Banelings in this that did do a bit of damage here once again, but the concave's good.
Yeah, major position advantage for TLO.
All right, then we have 32. Well, okay, the roach numbers are very quite even, actually. And in this location here, Golden did have the better numbers up until the point where those reinforcements came out again. So Golden's going to be pushed away.
He is pushed away, and this game continues on. Whew! Survives that one.
Jeez. If those infestors hadn't come out at that right time.
Same fight as last game.
Yeah.
+1 carapace now coming in for TLO. Burrow. If he's getting Burrow, then we might see tunneling claws come into play. He takes the 4th base. The game extends. That was a close one for the German player. He survives a fight and survives in this league.
But now, really importantly here is he survives with a solid position to move forward into even more infestors.
It's about to happen again, remember. Ooh. So there's a lot more Banelings that just got morphed in. 11 more, 60 more Lings.
Needs those infestors again.
Needs the infestors out again. The 4th is, irrelevant for TLO. And this playstyle does allow Golden to take map control and take that 4th base to the top. But yeah, more infestors need to come in again. He needs to, land the right fungals again.
All right. How many roaches do we have? 46 to 42 now. Slightly in favor of Golden. Needs those Banelings. They need to connect.
Yeah, TLO cancelled carapace, if anyone noticed that small thing there. Just for more units.
All right, well, certainly needs them, that's for sure. 4th base dies. Or goes down, forces the cancellation. Here come the Banelings. Where are they going to go? They may try and go into the mineral line. I think you have to be using them on the army here. As a fungal catches a lot of those Banelings, but more actually roll forwards and get a lot of those roaches at the front as well. Quite a few roaches.
He missed the fungals there.
Yeah, they missed. He got a few Banelings, but the rest of them did miss. And now the roaches here, I think, are probably in favor of Golden in terms of these numbers.
I think Golden's about to eliminate the German player.
There you go. GG, overpowering Golden. Advances onto the winners match, and TLO in the round of 32 is out.
He's going to have his head in his hands right now. That's a fact. He will be a little bit upset with his performance today, unfortunately, but he does not leave the round of 32. So TLO, who started 2014 well with the 3rd and 4th place in Sao Paulo, round of 16 in Season 1, and has dropped down to a round of 32 finish in Season 2. But it is Golden who now goes up against another European, and kind of happy, kind of defeat him in honor of TLO. Or is Golden advancing with MC?
Happy looked good before, but now he has to deal with Golden. It's going to be an interesting one. Join us after the break when we find out who is moving through to the round of 16 in 2nd place.